So as you can see after the game, Caitlin Clark and Sophie are both running up to the referee here. They are both so upset, and the referee is just walking away from them. He won't even look at them in the face. He keeps turning. Like, Sophie even went up at one point and is like tapping on his arm. He would not even look at them.
The Indiana Fever had their biggest game, yet sold out crowd, playoff vibes, Caitlin Clark versus the defending champs. It should have been a WNBA highlight reel, but instead, it turned into a ref show. Caitlin Clark got hacked. Lexie Hull got hit with a phantom foul. And the refs? They acted like they were trying to hand New York the win. Fans weren't just confused, they were furious. Even Coach Stephanie White said she's had enough. And Caitlin? She didn't hold back either. This wasn't just one bad night. It's a pattern, a problem. And it's making the whole league look bad, and now it's gone even further. In a shocking move, the WNBA just suspended Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. Yeah, the commissioner, after internal reports, claimed she failed to address growing officiating complaints and ignored mounting pressure from players, coaches, and fans. It's the first time in league history something like this has happened. And honestly, no one's surprised anymore. And here's where it gets even crazier. Rumors are flying that some owners and league executives had been quietly pushing for her removal for weeks, especially after high-profile stars like Caitlin Clark and their coaches started voicing their frustration publicly. Some say this wasn't just about bad referees. It was about protecting the league's image, and Cathy became the scapegoat. So stick around, because we're breaking down every missed call, every moment of madness, and why the WNBA has to fix this before they lose the fans they just gained. Let's get into it.
They've done a great job of rigging this. They've done a great job of rigging this league. The league, they're not even being subtle. They're not even being subtle. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
Let's not sugarcoat it. People are calling this league rigged, and they're not being subtle about it either. From the moment the Indiana Fever stepped on the court, something felt off. This wasn't just your typical home game. It felt like a playoff battle. The crowd in Indianapolis was rocking. The stars were out. The energy, unmatched. But while the Fever came to fight, it felt like the refs came to sabotage. Caitlin Clark got hacked left and right with no whistles. Lexie Hull played textbook defense and got hit with a foul that didn't exist.
The fact that this referee wouldn't even acknowledge the players was kind of crazy to me. Like, when I saw that, I said, this is really strange, because the referee should have enough confidence in the calls that they made to at least discuss. You should be able to at least discuss something.
Meanwhile, the Liberty, they were living at the free throw line. And this is becoming a pattern, not an exception. So, let me ask you, if you were watching this live, did it feel fair to you? This didn't start last night. From the moment Caitlin Clark entered the league, the physicality ramped up. Players were bumping her, holding her, even blindsiding her off the ball, and the refs? Silent. Remember Kennedy Carter's off-ball hit? That wasn't just dirty, it was dangerous. And the refs called it a common foul, not a flagrant. Not even a technical, just another play. And it's not just Clark. The entire Fever team has been on the wrong end of whistle after whistle.
I can't believe what I'm about to say. The Indiana Fever, with the strongest, loudest, most intimidating home court advantage in all the WNBA, just got robbed at home. I saw it with my own two eyes live on CBS.
Want the numbers? Here you go. The Fever are currently minus 31 in free throw differential this season. That's not a typo, that's a crisis. Now, back to the Liberty game. This matchup had everything. Caitlin Clark threading passes to Aaliyah Boston. Lexie Hull bringing defensive intensity. Highlight plays, big momentum swings. It had all the ingredients of an instant classic. But what did we get instead? Ref drama. The Liberty got 32 free throw attempts. The Fever, just 15. That's more than double. In a close game, that's not just a stat. It's a swing that determines the outcome. And it wasn't just about quantity, it was the quality of the calls. Soft touch fouls for New York. No calls for body checks against the Fever. Two different rule books. Caitlin Clark was getting shoved off her spot. And on the final possession, straight up mauled. 4 separate fouls and not a single whistle. Can you imagine that happening to LeBron or Steph in a crunch time playoff game?
Disappointing, that it doesn't go both ways, or it hasn't gone both ways. But we also can't allow that to consume us, right? Like, we've got to be able to play through that. We've got to be able to control the things that we can control. I felt like at times our late game execution was good, and I consider most of the latter half of the fourth quarter because it was a tight ball game.
That brings us to Coach Stephanie White. After the game, she didn't hold back. She came out swinging in the post-game press conference. A -31 free throw discrepancy. And we're attacking the rim? The disrespect has been unbelievable. That's not frustration. That's fury. And it's been building for weeks. Stephanie White's message wasn't just for the refs. It was for her players. She let them know she's got their back, that she sees what's happening, that she's not going to let it slide. And honestly, that kind of leadership matters, especially for a young team still trying to find their identity. Now let's talk about Caitlin. She didn't go scorched earth on the refs, but her body language said it all. You could see the disbelief in her eyes, the frustration in her voice, the exhaustion in her tone. And Aaliyah Boston? She went with the classic no comment. But when you've been watching the game, that silence speaks volumes. Now here's where things get truly wild. The WNBA has reportedly suspended Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. Yeah, you heard that right. The top boss, gone. Why? Because according to internal reports, she ignored months of complaints about the officiating. Players were frustrated, coaches were furious, and fans completely fed up. But that's not all. Rumors are swirling that certain owners have been lobbying behind the scenes to push her out. And when stars like Caitlin Clark started speaking publicly, it was game over. Some say Cathy was made the scapegoat. Others believe it was long overdue. Either way, it's the most dramatic shakeup the WNBA has seen in years. Here's the deal. This league is at a crossroads. The WNBA is finally on the map. Attendance is booming. TV ratings are climbing. Caitlin Clark alone has brought millions of new eyes to the game. But guess what those fans are seeing? Blown calls, lopsided officiating, refs who look like they're not even trying to hide the bias. And fans aren't dumb. They know basketball. They know what a foul looks like. And they're not going to stick around if the product feels rigged.
Just another year and another case of WNBA referees dropping the ball, not making the right calls when it comes to Caitlin Clark.
The WNBA had a golden opportunity to convert casuals into diehards. But with every missed call, they're pushing people away. So I'll ask you, would you keep watching a league that refuses to protect its stars? It's time for the league to get serious. This isn't just about fixing the officiating. It's about protecting the integrity of the game, about making sure that every player, no matter how big their name, gets a fair shake. Because here's the truth. If the league loses Caitlin Clark's fan base, it won't get another chance like this. The Fever have done their part. Their players are battling. Their coach is speaking up. The fans are showing out. Now it's the league's turn to respond. So, what really happened with Cathy Engelbert? At first glance, the league said she made the bold call to suspend the refs after reviewing footage from that chaotic Liberty versus Fever game. The official line? It was about accountability, about maintaining the integrity of the league. That's what they said publicly. But when you peel back the layers, the truth gets a whole lot messier and way more interesting. According to multiple league insiders, that same night, Engelbert was privately asked to resign by top WNBA executives. And here's the kicker. This wasn't just about one bad night or a few missed whistles. The pressure had been building for months. Why? The biggest reason swirling around accusations of bias. Specifically, favoritism toward the New York Liberty. And this isn't just fan conspiracy talk, this is coming from within the league itself. Let's rewind to last year's WNBA Finals. The Liberty won a tightly contested series over the Minnesota Lynx. But what people still talk about isn't just the game, it's what happened afterward. Cathy Engelbert stepped out onto the court wearing a dress in Liberty team colors. Fans watching at home were like, wait, what? That image of her, smiling while handing over the trophy in blue and black? It went viral. People said it looked like she was part of the team. And when controversial late-game calls helped the Liberty secure the win, that image aged terribly. Was it a simple fashion choice? Maybe. But for fans who already felt the league had a soft spot for New York's super team, it looked like confirmation. That trophy ceremony moment planted seeds of doubt. And since then, every questionable call that's gone in the Liberty's favor has only watered that doubt. This latest game against Indiana, it was the last straw. The missed calls, the no calls, the completely lopsided free throw numbers. It all felt too familiar, too blatant. And when the league suspended the refs, but not before fans exploded on social media, it was clear they were scrambling to save face. Sources say WNBA team owners and executives had already been privately voicing concerns. And with Caitlin Clark now in the mix, bringing in millions of new eyes to the league, the stakes were simply too high. They needed to send a message. So Engelbert became that message. The scapegoat, the cautionary tale. What started as a decision to suspend referees ended in the commissioner herself being forced out. All because the league finally realized it's not just about basketball anymore. It's about optics, trust, fairness. And in 2025, with the entire sports world watching, the WNBA couldn't afford another scandal under her watch. Let's be real. Would this shakeup have happened if Caitlin Clark wasn't in the league? Probably not. Caitlin's not just changing the game, she's changing how the league operates. Her presence has brought millions of new fans, TV deals, packed arenas, and sky-high expectations. That also means every missed call is a trending topic. And that Liberty Fever game? It wasn't just a bad night. It was a national moment of embarrassment. So, what did the league do? They hit the panic button, suspended the refs, silenced the critics, and quietly, maybe even reluctantly, told their commissioner to step down. Because if Caitlin Clark's fans feel like this league isn't safe or fair, they'll walk. And with them goes the biggest surge of momentum the WNBA has ever seen. So now the question is, did the WNBA make the right move? Or did they just show us how broken it really is? So, what do you think? Are the refs really this bad? Or is it something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you think the WNBA needs a complete officiating overhaul, or if this is just early season growing pains. And if you made it this far, drop a comment, because that's exactly what you are. Thanks for watching. And trust me, this isn't the end of the story. See you in the next one.